All right, let's get to some depressing stats.
What's the story? Are you not happy or?
Still to be happy about.
Take that for data.
Beep boop bop bop beep. These are stats to depress people.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So guys, I don't know about you, but I was getting pretty down in the dumps during that Badgers football game on Saturday, outside of the Brewers when they were playing. It went better in the first half than any of us were expecting. That's because on that opening drive, as Jim Rutledge mentioned, the Badgers, 12 plays, 75 yards, 4-yard rushing touchdown by Dylan Jones. Guys, Fox Big Noon Kickoff threw this up on the broadcast on their lower third during that play. Said that was their first lead over a Power 4 opponent since November 16th when they went up 13-6 over Oregon in the fourth quarter. Is that crazy to you that they have not led a Power 4 opponent since last November?
I mean, I'm not surprised, which is worse.
Yeah? Matt?
No, it doesn't really surprise me right now.
Okay. Well, were you surprised that the defense...
It saddens me, if that helps. Yeah, exactly.
Were you surprised at all that the Badgers defense, which had allowed only 50 rushing yards per game, the fewest in the FBS, gave up 54 rushing yards on Michigan's opening drive, which included a 43-yard carry on the fourth offensive play by Michigan?
The problem with you giving me these stats is my standard has already been battered so low for like this Badgers team. I didn't realize they were doing that well at stopping the run.
I think it's because Bama just threw all over them, right? They didn't really have much of a running game in that one, and their starting running back was hurt. So because of that, they just threw all over the Badgers secondary, which has also been terrible.
I'm actually more surprised that they were through the 4 games and only had given up an average of 50 yards.
Yeah.
I just felt like that was because teams are having so much success throwing against them.
Exactly.
Like, why bother running?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and the 2 cupcake games, which they struggled in anyways, they did do well against the run in those games, I guess. Well, either way, Wisconsin's offensive line, their own rushing game, has not been good at all this year. As Jim mentioned in the previous segment, the Badgers only averaging 109 yards per game on the ground. And by the way, the Badgers offensive line, they did not allow a sack until the final drive of the game against Michigan. But per PFF, and this is from Colton Bartholomew of the Wisconsin State Journal, PFF gave their offensive line a pass blocking grade of 24.2,
I saw this one,
which is the Badgers' worst of the season. He said that Hunter Simmons was getting the ball out just before being hit on almost every throw. He finished 18 of 29 for 177 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 INT. Guys, is the Badgers' offensive line, the deterioration of that unit, the most depressing thing about the Luke Fickell era?
Well, that's something that we used to be able to like hang our hats on. It's like,
it was
you know what?
thing.
The Badgers make running backs, and that's because we make offensive linemen.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
So, yeah, that's disappointing.
I don't know what this team is anymore. It's very depressing. What do we do well?
Stop the run.
No, you don't. Not when teams actually want to run the football, you can't.
They did okay against the Michigan rushing team that's really, really good. I will give them that. They had 175 yards on 34 carries.
So they ran at will.
They ran pretty well. They didn't run at will.
Badger fans would dream to run for 175 yards in a game.
Now, does it surprise you that Bryce Underwood, their quarterback, also had a season high in passing yards, and their number 1 receiver, Donovan McCulley, had a season high in receiving yards?
Doesn't surprise me at all. Badgers are the Dallas Cowboys of defenses right now. Just get right.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And the Badgers are a get-right team because, guys, now Luke Fickell is 15-16, 3 seasons into his tenure with the Badgers. He is now 0-8 against AP top 25 teams. And by the way, they host number 1 Ohio State in 2 weeks, national game, 2:30 p.m. on CBS. And then the week after, they will travel to number 3 Oregon. God, you looking forward to it?
Do you think he gets fired after Oregon game?
On the road.
Yeah, but at that point, like, let's assume no more wins, and let's just assume they get their ass kicked by Ohio State and Oregon.
I think Mac's probably a little too proud to fire him. I think he finishes the season.
I think it depends on what happens this week against Iowa. If they get a win against Iowa, that'll
So let's assume no wins.
Not getting a win against Iowa?
Yeah. Why do you seem surprised? I would be shocked if they beat.
I'm not saying that's a surprise. I think as of right now, I'd probably give it a 60-40 in Iowa's favor, assuming neither team's starting quarterback plays. In which case, it would still be, it is currently 351 days since the Badgers last beat a Power 4 opponent. is when they beat Northwestern at the Baby Field on October 19th.
And then jumped in the lake.
And then, yes, their strength coach, Brady Collins, jumped in the lake.
Yep.
That might have been the peak of the Luke Fickell era, honestly.
Right up there with that opening drive against Michigan. That was
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
It sure is.
Oh, look back fondly on those times.
We also mentioned, really just want to drive a dagger in the heart with this one, guys. We also mentioned how the deterioration of the offensive line has led to the deterioration of the running game. Eric in Green Bay mentioned on the talking text line before, but the last time the Badgers had a 100-yard rusher was Tui Walker in that game that they beat Northwestern at the Baby Field. Tui Walker on Saturday had 14 carries for 89 yards in Cincinnati's upset win against number 14 Iowa State, 38-30.
Keontae Lewis, no, he got hurt, but he's having a good season for Oklahoma.
Yes, he had a bad concussion in their game against Kent State.
Former
but
Badger Keontae Lewis.
Tui Walker, the guy, the running back who they let walk, essentially.
Where
in the
to?
to Cincinnati.
Ah, nice.
Luke Fickell's former program.
Nice.
Yes, who just pulled off an upset against number 14, Iowa State.
God, what are we doing here? This is the worst season ever. We have so many games left.
Yeah.
Start disco juggling, Jim. Come on.
Yeah. I think you just got to embrace the
Get
disco
sad with me.
juggling. and-
How are you not, at this point, how are you not nihilistic about this team?
What do you think this whole segment is?
But, it's worse than this. What the hell are we watching for? Because Fickle's going to get fired, and then who the hell's coming back?
You think he gets fired mid-season?
No, but I'm saying at the end of the season, let's say he gets fired. Who's coming? You can't watch this and be like, I'm excited for Dylan Jones next year. He ain't going to be here.
Oh, God.
There's not even anything to be like, I'm excited for this. Why would you be excited for that? If they're good, someone's going to pluck them. And if they're not good, you don't want them.
Did you hear how much
Or you can rhyme with pluck them.
Did you hear how much after the game Luke Fickell and some of the coaches were trying to talk up Mason Posa's performance?
He played nice.
He played nice in I don't know how many snaps. He's like a sophomore who's like a promising young player. All you're doing is setting him up to get a bag in the transfer portal, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to set themselves up. Look at this guy we developed.
I mean, if you don't think you're going to be here next year, you might as well pump your guys' tires.
It's tough.
I mean, seriously, what in God's name are we watching for?
This game against Iowa, I think, is the game where if they do not play even remotely cohesive football and they get blown out again for the second year in a row by one of their rivals on this won't be on a national TV stage. Thankfully, the game is on FS1, not on NBC this time around. But if they get pumped again by one of their rivals, then that's it. Everyone's done with this team. Nobody's tuning in to watch them play
Who
live.
isn't done with this team right now?
If they beat Iowa, people will start to buy back in. There will be people they will be back to 500. Luke Fickell will be back to 500 in his career with the Badgers. People will start to say, well, maybe Minnesota. Well, maybe if Illinois slips. Well, maybe if Washington comes in off,
Did they not see him play Maryland?
Not many people did because the Brewers game was still on. Honestly, not many people were paying attention to that game at the Dirty Bird on Saturday.